According to the Old Testament account, the Ark of the Covenant was not only a powerful device on its own, it also housed a number of other important religious relics. In addition to the Ten Commandments, it held Aaron's rod, the staff that could miraculously turn into a serpent. It also held a jar of manna, an edible starch, which reportedly came from the sky.
What we begin to realize is that the Ark of the Covenant was a sort of toolkit. And once this toolkit was assembled, we have the fully functioning Ark of the Covenant.
The Ark went before them in the wilderness and made sure the place where the children of Israel were to go would be safe and able to provide for them in the desert. If anybody's been to the Sinai Desert, you could hardly imagine 2-3 million people having any kind of sustenance in a desert. So therefore, what the Ark must have accomplished was profound. The Ark of the Covenant was said to have protected and provided for the Israelites during the Exodus. But how?
What we can read in the Bible is that they were sustained by something called manna. The big question is, where did this manna come from? Well, 2 engineers by the name of Rodney Dale and George Sassoon in the 1970s proposed that the Ark of the Covenant was nothing else but a container in which to store what they referred to as the manna machine. The manna machine was a nuclear-driven device that dispensed food or manna to the Israelites.
I was wanting to put them in though.
The Ark of the Covenant is such a mystery. It could actually create food, supposedly, the manna that they were eating. It's like some kind of super engineering, duplicating energy machine.
We have a concise description of it in the ancient Jewish text of the Zohar, which is a part of the Kabbalah, where they describe the Ancient of Days. But in reality, the Ancient of Days is a mistranslation. The correct translation is the transportable one with the tanks. Since when is God transportable, and why does he need tanks? So in the Zohar, we have concise descriptions, not of God, but some type of a machine.
Did the Ark of the Covenant really house a machine that provided food to the Israelites during their 40 years in the desert? According to ancient astronaut theorists and many religious scholars,
So the reason I'm not narrating right now, I just realized how quiet it was for how long. I'm focused. I'm focused. Like, girl, I'm focused. I'm just trying to get this shit done. You feel it? Like, I don't want to have half my head done, but I want to stop because my arms are tired. And it's like, honestly, at this point, I'm literally just untangling it from my dreadlock and itself and stuff. Like, I'm not like ripping it off or anything. I'm just like trying to just untangle it slowly, surely.
Thou hast the patchy beard of a princely Bishop Squire. Well, I was forced by a feeble-fingered peasant woman.
Long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
if you've ever needed more capacity, more features, and more of your hard-earned dollars, the time has never been more right. Get guaranteed lowest prices up to 35% off our top brands like this Whirlpool Laundry Pair. The Home Depot, more safe, more Duke.
Schick Extreme 3. 3 flexible blades that uniquely adapt to any contour for optimum comfort. For any twist or turn, Extreme Light Management. Extreme 3, Extreme 4 with 4 longer lasting blades.
Yay!
Your rewards program, you'll receive instant
God, I was
status
having
and
a
get
chunk of
rewards
my
in
hair.
return.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Wow, I'm like super.
With both status, it's 5 cents a gallon on every fill. And if you will take an additional 25 cents per gallon on your second
My
fill.
hair keeps like tickling my face.
Just average speed.
It's okay.
Looks great.
Thanks. Your rope. Arby's, we have the meat.
Michelin Premier. Safe when new, safe when worn.
Oh, Paul, what's better than getting an amazing iPhone?
What's that?
Getting 2 amazing iPhones. That means I can FaceTime my mom like I'm doing right now.
Lease one iPhone 8 or iPhone 10 and get a second iPhone 8 on Sprint.
Hold on just a second.
24-hour treat for frequent heartburn. Lucy can only imagine enjoying a slice of pizza. Now it's as easy as pie. Nextine 24 hours stops acid before it starts for all day, all night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without Nextine?
Introducing the most advanced Infinity ever made. The all-new 2019 Infinity QX6
Oh, hey.
Infinity.
I just looked down from the mirror and I saw that I have somebody on
The
here.
Jordan River.
If you commented while I was looking up at the mirror, I didn't see it.
In the present-day kingdom of
But,
Jordan, from Israel and the West Bank.
check it out. Okay. I'll move everything around for you since...
In 1400,
Hey, how are you doing?
represented one of the final obstacles
My arms are tired
along the way
because they've been up.
to the Promised Land. The Ark of the Covenant
These are my
into its own.
locks. I hope I'm giving you a good view. My setup is absolutely horrible. I'm literally using one phone to prop up another phone.
Is the Ark of the Covenant would go first and be carried into
Not much, just taking these guys down, and I've gotten about half.
came forth from the Ark,
Yeah,
causing
Yeah.
waters to
I just got these guys separated out, and I'm
creating dry land for the entire children of Israel.
working on this one,
To the Holy Land.
getting it. It feels like it's gonna be
This biblical story is
easy. Some of them I can kind of unravel. Like, I don't know if I can get a good view of this,
called
but
a raging river.
some of them I can kind of
Water
just like unravel around, and then I can like really get my finger in there so I know I'm not cutting my dreadlock. Then once I get it going, some of them are going a little bit faster, but yeah, it's really been kind of tangling in with my hair, so I'm having to yeah, maybe a little shorter on some of them. It just depends on how short they ended up shrinking up, exactly how short. And some of like the ends aren't locked. Let me see if I can find it. I actually accidentally cut off one of my tips because it was so long because it wasn't locked up at all. I've got my big bag of, you know, extension hair going, but it's kind of like lost up in the sauce. I can't get it all, but yeah, this is like completely not even tangly. Like, it was just a whole bunch of loose hair that I was able to like just separate. So some of the damaged ends don't want them at all, And so I am running into that on some of them. So some of them are a little bit longer. And then on other ones, the damaged ends mat, like super short. Like this is my down to here length original bleach blonde hair. It shrunk down into this. So that is, I mean, a regular Bic lighter, just to show you like how big my fingers are. Like, I don't have especially long fingers. My fingers are short. Like, that is just so much shrinkage. I wasn't prepared. And I noticed that the hair that's grown out, yeah, mine shrunk more around that time period. And I'm noticing that the hair that's new growth doesn't seem to shrink up into such a short amount of space. Like, I've got so much growth that's in the last year, and it took me quite some time to get my hair to the length it was before I locked it. I'm not quite sure. I didn't really like document that out or anything like that. Alright, my arms keep getting so tired, like they're just like so sore, like I'm doing a workout. Sorry, I've got to try and figure out how to cut this. It's a little hard cutting backwards, let alone cutting backwards into the camera with a horrible setup I have. Alright, so this right here is a Congo, as you can see. These ones, yeah, mine was, I mean, my YouTube picture, like, for my profile picture, shows what my hair was like before I locked it, but it was like, I want to say it was like right here, like, right at my shoulder, but like slightly longer than my shoulder, but pretty much right at shoulder length. And, yeah, probably. I might brush out some tips on my dreadlocks after I do my big chop, and I like really chop those bleached bits off, because I do plan on doing that. It's just one of those things where I can't be chopping that much of my hair off at once. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to be like page boy cut short, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I'll have like little fingers sticking up off my head. So I feel like they were that short, they probably just stick up all the time. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna wait quite some time to like really grow my hair out to the point where I feel like it's at least gonna be where it is now when I cut it and I cut the ends off, and then after a while I'll probably go ahead and brush a little bit out. But I don't know. I didn't really like the way my hair wanted to develop. Yeah, mine, that was really nice about it. When I first started my dreadlocks, I still had, like, even when I had my baby dreadlocks, I didn't have a huge amount of shrinkage because, and I had shrinkage when I first put them in, but like not to the same extent as I had originally imagined, because I kept quite a bit on the end brushed. But I mean, that's the thing, is I don't know if it was just the way my hair decided to lock up and like zigzagged or whatever. It could have been something I did. It could have been something I didn't do. I'm not really sure. But they just, I don't know, they were looking really weird after a while. At first they looked great, but then they just started like being like sucking up halfway, and then like some of it would be out, so it wouldn't be like full and like, I don't know, like yours on the end of your dreadlocks, you've got like these pretty tufts of hair that's like your dreadlock, but it's like pretty, and it I don't know, mine was just not. It was like shit hanging off the dreadlock, you know what I mean? I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's something I did or not, but maybe that's it, because I'm kind of like, let me do neglect dreadlocks, but let me like start my sections myself, because I really don't do any maintenance or any of that. Yeah, I didn't do that at all. At all.
I remember my stay at the Blue Beach Hotel in Miami.
I didn't brush them necessarily. Like, I like run my fingers through the tips and stuff like that, but I never actually like took a comb to it or anything like that. Okay, so I've got a lot of Congos, as you can see. This one, these were so small. These kind of started themselves, but these were so small that now they're this little bitty bitties.
Mom told me you bought a house.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of what mine looked like, but I don't know. They were even worse than that, I feel like. I don't know how to describe it. And I feel like I have a video. I feel like I have a video that actually shows it. Yeah, I really like this one. I wanna eventually put like a little bead on each of these so it looks like eyeballs, so it looks like a two-headed snake, because it's my little two-headed snake. I love it. I've got another one that looks kind of like a snake too. Yeah. Ooh, I almost cut that one at the wrong spot. That would have sucked. Alright. I've gotta get close to this camera and try and like really see what I'm doing. Oh, do you? Might have to get some beads from you, because I want beads. I was actually thinking about making some beads, because I just can't find anywhere I live, and I like to go small business. Well, when it comes to like artwork, I'm really into like people just like putting their own thing on it, because like your art is your art, but like I love lime green and I also love purple. But that being said, I'm about to dye my hair blue. Alright, that sounds good. I can, I don't know if you have Facebook, but, I have Facebook, and you can hit me up there, and we can just get in touch that way. And then, yeah, I would love to, you know, support a small business, you know. I hate to buy things from like big corporations and stuff like that. I know a lot of people just buy like craft beads and like decorate them their own way or whatever, but yeah, my grandma didn't like my hair blue, but I don't have a husband, so yeah, so I didn't have that input. But when I had mine blue, it was like purple up by the roots, and then it like faded into the blue. So, and it was before I had these in. It was like way early in my journey. So I don't know, my dreadlocks just never seem to, like, I don't know, if you look at my blonde, I don't know if you can really see it in the camera, but like you can kind of see like a blue tinge to the blonde. And that's because after all these months, like I dyed it blue right after my journey started, like a month or two or whatever. It wasn't that long. So, yeah, it lasted a long time. Yeah, I want to go, I'm really trying to find that same purple again. I really do. I want to find that same purple again and do the same like pattern that I did before because I really liked it. And I saw some pictures the other day. It was funny. I saw some pictures the other day of my hair like that. And I was just like, oh man, I missed that. That was so pretty. So I'm probably going to go ahead and try and go live to dye the dreadlocks. That sounded really weird. Yeah.
Some of the stories that have come out of history about
Jerome Russell is the best. Is that hair dye?
People would touch it and die instantly,
or is that?
And many people have theorized that this is some type of large energy capacitor.
Someone who makes beats.
The right word to use. It relies on static electricity. It's a template device. You just need two conductors.
Hair dye. Yeah, I usually use the Colorista stuff because I can get it at Walmart. And I usually go through Reno often enough to get it there. And if I don't go to Reno, it's what they sell at Rite Aid where I live. So, literally the worst reasons ever to pick a brand, but that's why I use Colorista. And I don't even know like what the mother brand is, but the temporary dye like brand bit is Colorista. I'm pretty sure it's a L'Oreal product, but I'm really not 100% sure. So I don't want to quote that or anything like that, but yeah, I haven't seen it. Is it like one of those, I do live in the middle of nowhere though. Is it one of those like gel dyes where it doesn't have any of the bleach in it? It just has pigment, semi-permanent dye, I think is what they're all called. I don't know. I'm not a professional.
So when we're thinking about the Israelites seeing the image of God between the two cherub wings, one of the things to keep in mind, I think, is how the image of God was often described. We have smoke, fire, very rarely an actual like visual picture of a person.
Sorry.
And so if you pick
trying to keep my trash in my trash bag.
Probably a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, this is a lot more work than I anticipated. I thought they were going to come down a lot easier. Like, I'm thinking 20 minutes. Yeah, that's what the Colorista's like. I'll have to check it out. Where do you get yours at? Because, and how much is it per box where you get it, if you don't mind me asking? Because I get like this big, I don't think I have anything in like the same size with me. But, let's see. It comes in a tube kind of like this, but it'll be bigger. It'd be like a tube like that big or whatever. Smaller than this, but bigger than this. So the tube ends up lasting me like 3 or 4 hair dyes, if not more. It's pretty decent sized. Yeah.
The stones would actually start to light up.
It's the same price point. I'll have to check it out and see if it's nicer to the hair and see how well it lasts. Because, you know, the less often you have to dye, the better.
Like some extraterrestrial Morse code that was being received from the Ark of the Covenant.
Sorry for that funny look. I was just trying to, you know,
Jerusalem,
see.
995 BC.
Okay, so this is like one of the ones that I was like dreading getting to.
King David transported to the capital city
I'm all, take a deep breath.
and in order to house it.
Yeah. I've only tried a few, and I found the colorista and I liked it, so I just stuck to it and then stopped experimenting.
And installed the ark in the inner
I
sanctuary.
didn't like any of the other ones. That was the only one I liked, so. And they've got a lot of colors, too. That's one of the things that I liked about it, is there's just so many colors in that brand that I feel like I had a lot to choose from. I kind of wish I had more bleached blonde hair, because last time I was at Walmart, I saw a lime green one, and like, oh, it was on super sale when I went into it. It was like super sale, like dirt cheap. I was like, what? Almost bought it then and there, but I knew I didn't have enough blonde. Right? I say that a lot about my hair because I tell you what, I get so many compliments from like complete strangers that I don't even know that are like, oh, I love your dreadlocks, they look so good, like, what did you do, like, that kind of thing. But then like my family and stuff like that, they're like, oh my god, why did you do that? So I'm honestly probably going to leave this one for later and just like slowly pick that out because it's in there. I know I was totally going to, but it was such a light color. It was literally like this color. Like, I so wanted it, but at the same time I was like, I know it's never going to show up in my hair and I don't want to bleach my hair anymore. And if I have the light colored dye, I'm going to find a reason to bleach my hair. I'm going to be like, but I have the dye. I have to bleach my hair for the dye.
This is now your big machine.
So apparently I started on this one
Right through the head.
and then got distracted,
So powerful, in fact. We've stopped developing.
which I have done quite a bit. But yeah, I'm really excited. Honestly, I can't wait. I am way over having fake hair. I mean, I'm kind of over having long hair, but at the same time, when my natural dreadlocks grow out, I'm not going to want to cut them, I don't think, because I'm going to want those long, but
We'll alert you if you find your social security number on any one of thousands of visits site.
see, okay, here's a perfect example.
Being an adult is very good.
Sign up online for free. Discuss Social Security alert.
Yeah, my mom hates it too. Okay, so perfect example here of how, I mean, this isn't matted. This isn't matted at all. Like, it's, oh, I just missed what you just said. If you could type that again, that'd be great, because I was trying to, like, get the camera to focus, and I didn't see it until it was too late.
This is Will Robinson. Calling in survivors. You copy? Yeah, is anyone there?
Danger, Will Robinson.
Your grandson's been kidnapped. I asked as a mother.
I didn't have that problem with this hair until these ones started getting all straw-like and weak and weird. These ones still look like they're in pretty good condition, like a little bit of lint, just pillowcase and shirt length, but
Jack Links presents
lint nonetheless. But it doesn't like feel crazy. Whereas this one, I don't know if you can hear it, but
And people who feed on Jack Links jerky, a protein snack made with 100% beef.
yeah,
Because in life, you either run with self-love
tension's a big thing
or you run
with hair loss when it comes to braids. I braid my son's hair all the time. It's not braided right now, but
Japan.
so I braid my son's hair like all the time, and right now it's not, but this is his texture. And I did my research because one of my big fears was I've heard a lot of horror stories about when it comes to box braids and stuff like that, people's hair being braided too tight and having issues like that. And I was just petrified of hurting my son's head, you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to make sure I knew, you know, the ins and outs of it and stuff like that. So I did my research before I started braiding his hair. And so one thing that I always did was I made sure that my tension was always too loose. Like, I'd rather have to go back. Yeah, I'd rather have to go back and re-braid a braid because I did it too loose than have hair loss because of tension. And that's one thing that I've always been concerned with my dreadlocks too. Like, that's, I don't know if you saw my first video, but that one, I explained that I had to redo my dreadlocks, and one of the reasons for that was the first time I did my dreadlocks, I actually did them too loose because I was scared of putting too much tension on my roots and causing like just like a tension rash that would potentially cause thinning. So, you know.
Further research is banned for environmental reasons, so we won't know.
So at this point, I'm just unbraiding this one. It's not too terribly stuck on.
The legend continues.
Is it possible that a lost tribe of Israel
It's just time consuming. Hey, look, I'm alfalfa. But on the side, this is like my least favorite dreadlock, and here's why. It always wants to do crazy stuff. Like, every time I try and demonstrate, it doesn't do it, but it's always trying to do crazy stuff. So, got this one that I did the other day. It needed some maintenance, and I couldn't handle it. Somewhere over here, I think this is it. I could be wrong. That could have been the one I just took out. But yeah, sometimes they just like, you know, have minds of their own and do whatever they want. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you like it, cool. The dreadlock doesn't care what you think.
There are certainly legends throughout Europe, and specifically France, of where the Ark of the Covenant ended up. Some say it was buried beneath Chartres Cathedral in the crypt. Some say it was buried in the Languedoc region near Rennes-le-Château. And we know that the Nazis excavated in depth in these mountains looking for the Ark of the Covenant.
But some believe the journey didn't end in France.
And honestly, the reason I'm not just cutting them all off short and then going from there is because some of them I didn't even need to cut. Some of them I could just like unravel, like,
And the story goes that it was then taken to
without
Chapel in Scotland for safety.
going near my actual hair with scissors, which is kind of scaring me.
Somewhere in Roslyn Chapel. Or might it have been, as some ancient astronaut theorists suggest, taken far away to North America? Where it was hidden
Yeah.
deep underground. And
My bangs, I started a little bit later.
that the Ark is a hidden
Honestly, my bang dreadlocks,
they claim its whereabouts is well known.
I'm so scared I'm cutting actual hair right now.
Hundreds of years.
Okay. I did it and I didn't cut any hair. Woohoo! Alright. So, my bangs, which are...
Who is not allowed to leave the grounds, is charged with guarding the church's holiest relic.
These ones, right here.
It is a job he is devoted to.
They are about the same age as yours.
Until his death.
Whereas the rest of my dreadlocks are almost a year old. So, and the reason for that is when I first started my dreadlocks, I had like side sweep bangs, and I didn't want like little antennae coming up in the front. And I noticed that my bangs really don't lock up as fast. Like, even like the grow out space is more than everywhere else, I feel like.
Jewish population in Ethiopia was like they were frozen in amber from an earlier time and caught in Ethiopia. And
aiming this is unbelievably difficult. I didn't know how to use a mirror until today trying to do live stream, because it's the same concept, but for some reason I can't seem to.
He said the ark is a thing of fire.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Truth and power in his word.
I mean, I understand that, like, you lay on your pillow, and so, like, that causes friction in the back, and that's why it locks so fast. But, I don't know. I feel like there shouldn't be, like, backward steps in the front the way there is. Okay, so this one's a tricky one. I need to sit back down. My knees are hurting. But my tailbone was hurting before, and I needed to change position. Okay, so this one's going to be tricky because, like, this is the one I can stick my finger through. So, like...
And could that reason be based on one of the other audacious theories concerning the ark? That there are more than one of them?
Like, you see my finger?
The Torah speaks.
Hello! It's not locked at all. It's like, this one is crazy. It's got like this little ball of dreadlock here, and then nothing locked, and then lock. So, I don't want to cut anything actually attached to my hair. But I know that there's like some free hair down here. So, bear with me. I'm like, let's cross our fingers and see if we end up cutting actual hair. Yay! I only got extension. See, it's like right there. I can see it, but I can see that there's not much, so I'm like, where do I cut then?
They all live under this one roof. They thought David Koresh was the second coming of Christ.
So 2 AK-47 rounds, one in the hip and one in the thigh.
I may have just got my hair
There was
just a
no
smidge.
playbook that had been written for this particular incident.
What pushes us further than our best?
Is it the competition? Or a personal test?
Trying to cut like just a few strands at a time on this one so that I'm not
Your best is always
cutting my dreadlock.
Introducing the all-new Accord Hybrid. Now, North American car of the
Okay.
year for 2018.
Applebee's to go. Order online and get $10 off $30. Now that's even good in the neighborhood. Palm Wonderful Pure Pomegranate Juice is loaded with antioxidants. Fiercely focused. Free radical annihilating antioxidants. Palm Wonderful. Crazy healthy.
Spring Black Friday savings are at the Home Depot now. Get the best prices of the season on everything from the brightest colors to the latest power. Own your outside with these Spring Black Friday savings.
The Home Depot. More safe, more doing. Lately I've been selective about what I eat. New Beneful Sweat 10 has 10 amazing ingredients.
With real beef plus accents of sunflower oil and apples, suddenly you're about the health nut.
Sorry, crazy music outside. Just to check and see who pulled up.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
She showed us struck by lightning.
Is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life so right. State Farm.
I've been out full of energy, 5 hours of work to do. 4 more break jobs.
3 more
Oh man.
2 more
I feel like I'm gonna stab my eye at any second because I'm like,
When your battery's running low, grab a 5-hour energy. It'll help you get back to 100% fast. I'm back.
trying to see what I'm doing
in the game.
while I do it.
5-hour energy. Get back to 100%.
And they're just so short.
We have people to touch the king's buns.
What? Say it again? Oh, wow. I'm a fan of the King sourdough buns.
Get your hands on the new toasted, cheesy sourdough or the breakfast sourdough sandwiches. Only at Burger King.
Marcy, why does she look so
Oh, I
great?
just signed up for the Fuel Rewards program. Like she got instant gold status. Here, check it out.
Right?
Status is say 5 cents per gallon on every fill up. And if you join now, you'll save an additional 25 cents per gallon on your second fill up through May 22nd.
See, the problem is, I have these nice ass scissors I planned on doing this with. And for some reason, Mommy's scissors disappeared right when she needed them. And nobody knows where the magical scissors are at that grew legs and walked away. So, Mommy's not too impressed and has to use children's scissors. It would be so much easier if they had a point to just like get up in there. Which mine do, naturally, because I have big kid scissors. Yeah, he stole my scissors, so I stole his. You're gonna take my scissors and hide them, and you don't have scissors until mine come back. And if you didn't take them, if your dad took them, that's fine. Make sure my scissors come back. Because I searched his room. I didn't find the scissors. I've got these really nice, they're like titanium scissors. And they're like forever sharp. Like they never ever get dull or have any problems or any of that. They're super strong. Been through hell and back and haven't broken. I love those scissors. Actually, not my ex. We just were never together. We were always friends. So that has a lot to do with why we get along so good. Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. And, you know, that's the thing is I do believe that a lot of, like, how we're able to work together has to do with the fact that we were just always friends. You know, he was just always a really good friend of mine. So, you know, there is not that he used to be my boyfriend factor, or he used to be my husband factor, or he used to, you know what I mean? You know, that just doesn't exist with us. Something like that. You know, he was just a really good friend, and I trusted him to help me out with needs without extra BS that usually comes along with men and their feelings. So,
And just hovered there.
Yeah, we were just friends.
Went out from the and then
I accidentally became pregnant on birth control,
some speculate
so it wasn't planned.
sighting may have been energizing.
You know, you're good. Everybody asks me that all the time because we get along too good and we co-parent too good, and It's just not what you see every day. It's not, you know, it's not the everyday norm, which that's fine. I don't mind answering questions, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I want to answer it in the most PC way possible, because I don't know who's in your house watching. I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know who might watch it later. I don't want a child to watch it and hear me say something crazy. So I try and keep my potty mouth under control, though I do know I curse sometimes. And, you know, stuff like that, like... Just for future reference, I don't condone naughty behavior, but I've done it.
Then considered to be A, the return of the ark, and B, the famous, of course, coming of the Messiah. All three big three religions have prophecies about the end-time arrival of the Messianic figure. And what we're told is that will help
I figured. That's why I'm like, you know, just a fan.
Crude light seen over the Temple Mount indicate that
But, yeah, man, this, I feel like in my head, it's going way slower than it's actually going. And I was, like, just telling myself, like, oh, you're doing great, you're so far along, like, you haven't been doing it for very long. Then I looked up to the corner of the screen, and I realized that I've been live streaming for 46 minutes. So, apparently, it is taking longer than I thought.
If the ark could be found, and if it could be retrieved,
Okay,
the possibility
this one is going to be a huge pain, too. I don't even know how I want to do this one.
possibly even used
Oh,
with whoever created
lordy, lordy.
extraterrestrial beings. The reality is we might have direct phone lines to the ETs.
That wasn't so difficult. That was actually way easier than I expected it to be. That was actually, like, convenient.
A 3-year-old a loaded gun.
I can get that bit later.
We deal with the technology that we have now, so maybe it's good that for now it's hidden.
I don't plan on dyeing my hair until Sunday. So I've got some time to pick out any leftover stragglers. So I'm not doing the most terribly thorough job here, I've noticed. I see that. I see red in a few spots, but I'll get them later. Right now, I just want to stop pulling my hands up in here. I'm tired.
Alien ancestors. One thing is certain: the search for the ark will continue, and there are those who believe it will be found much sooner than we think. Ancient cities, lost or
yeah, just like a random announcement since I have you here and I'm thinking about it. My son's dad actually wanted me to go ahead and start documenting more of my son's hair stuff on my channel. And like, essentially, like, if something happens to me, if I'm hurting in the hospital, or just randomly, like, anything's going on in my life where I'm not around for a week, or whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. He's going to need to know how to deal with his son's hair. And, I don't really share what I do. I've got, like, this huge method to the madness, and I don't really share it. It's my thing. He's not trying to take over, so I just never really shared it. So look forward to that kind of stuff being on my channel. I'll probably gonna go ahead and try and sit down and film me braiding his hair. On a good day, when he sits still, I can get his hair braided in like simple box braids of just all his hair. 20-30 minutes. Easy. On a good day. you know, not too terribly small box braids, but also not that huge. Yeah. So, I also make, I don't think I have it, but, actually, I think I showed it in my oils video, but I make an oil for him as well. Sorry, my little free hairs keep getting all up in my face and making me itchy. But,
Columbia, believed to be the site of an ancient meteor crater.
I think I have it in that video, but I really can't remember it. I'd have to go double check if I put Jeremy's oil in that video. But I'm gonna go ahead and next time I remake it, make a little extra and probably like start trying to sell it and whatnot, and I'll film while I do that big batch so that it's nice and visible what I'm doing and stuff like that. Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, I appreciate this because even though, like, it's been 51 minutes, it doesn't seem like it's been 51 minutes because I feel like I'm actually, like, sitting down talking to somebody now rather than, like, earlier when I wasn't recording and I was just, yeah, and I was just,
not quite as high civilization as the Incas.
just unbraiding and trimming off bits and stuff like that in silence.
Of gold.
The ruler in the southern
Man, that one's really stuck in there.
was known as the Zipa. But the conquistadors who
Do you normally stay up really late like this?
called him El Dorado, Spanish for the Golden One. They gave him this name after observing the Muisca's most sacred ritual. The Zipa.
Okay, I look really super weird now
To the middle of Lake
because I have,
Guajira, offerings of gold.
I should do like some kind of,
Adorned with
that's what I should do.
and then adorned with gold dust. Would jump into the water, to wash the gold dust off, and that this gold would accumulate in that lake, and that golden objects as sacrifices would be thrown into that particular lake. And from that came the belief of El Dorado around Colombia.
Okay, yeah, honestly, me too, man, me too. I'm usually up until like 1, 2 in the morning. Like, I don't go to bed super early. I have insomnia. When I'm doing stuff like this and I don't take my medicine, I usually stay up even later. Sometimes I'll go to bed around this time if I've taken my medicine, but if I haven't, then yeah, no.
But he also believed much more.
Yeah, there is. I can pretty much tell that there's like a 20+ second delay, probably, because a lot of the things that you're saying are like a good minute after I said them. So that's when I've been asking questions, I kind of like try and wait for a little bit before I like move on talking to see if something comes through before, you know. Does it do that when you live stream?
Well, it actually is very important. The reason why is because gold is an inert material. It doesn't react with anything. The other thing that's very important about it is that it is a wonderful conductor of electricity. And last but not least is the fact that gold is a perfect reflector of infrared energy. You can use gold blankets to protect spacecraft against the intense heat of a star or any sort of gold is a
Well,
very rare and valuable element.
at some point we'll have to double check somehow and see if it's just, oh really? Yeah, I didn't know if you had gone on there. Oh, it's really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna try something, and I have this live stream. I think I might have just messed up the live stream. But if you're there, hang tight, because I'm actually borrowing a cell phone, and so I have to like message the owner back because they messaged me.
Go here. B, go here. You know what goes here. And your approval rating?
Yeah, me neither, especially because I don't see very good. I don't know if I disappeared for a minute or what happened on your side, but the owner of the phone I'm on right now texted me. So I had to make sure I like responded back, and I wasn't sure how that was gonna work, but it popped back up like we're in the live stream. Hey, and I see there's somebody else here. Okay, that's nice to know. So I see there's someone else here. I want to know, is this my cheesesteak? Oh, damn. Whoever it was left. I bet you it's cheesesteak.
Our biggest lawn and garden sale of the spring. Right now,
He'll be back.
Scott's fertilizer and get a free $5 reward. Hurry in for great deals.
But, yeah. My phone, I'm just waiting until the day, like I have the money to pay my phone bill. I'm just waiting until the day I normally get my check, so it's like lined up the way I want it, because I'm like super OCD about how my bills are due. So I'm just waiting to reactivate that guy until it's like on the right schedule. So I'm borrowing a cell phone right now to go live on, since I don't have internet where I'm at. But this phone has hella good ass data where I'm at, so.
The price you'd have to pay if there was a record.
Oh, and I remember what I did to this one. I'm so not excited for this one. To be real, I'm just gonna like chop this bit off right here and then work on that later. Cause like this one is like one of those ones that like had like done a whole bunch of extra stuff to, and I'm honestly probably gonna need a seam ripper to get that one all the way out.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a call in, it feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get home, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
I feel like I'm almost done. I'm glad it looks that way to somebody else, because I feel like I'm almost there. Like just a few more dreadlocks and I'm there. I'm home free. I'm home free. Like, bitch, I'm free of these big ass, long ass extensions. But then every time I get done with, no, I have way more than 5, I think. I have 1, 2, 3.
Since 1984, American explorer Gregory Garmenchian
13, 14? 14 left.
has staged more than 15 expeditions in search of this mythical city of gold.
There was an ancient road of stone leading towards what is
Ha ha ha, yeah. Yeah.
Pachamama, the earth goddess, covers these areas with such difficulty.
Here it is.
The jungle, the rivers.
Yeah.
Some things
I still have that whole top section.
Their search began
My
in
bangs.
Cusco, at the Incan holy place of Coricancha, which means golden courtyard.
Last time I counted, I had
Spanish conquistadors tore down Coricancha to construct the cathedral of Santo
52.
Domingo, and it still sits in the center of Cusco today.
But if I'm not mistaken, I Congoed a couple of those after that. So I'm pretty sure I've got more like 49, 48. Because I feel like I Congoed after, like those especially thin ones, like my little itty bitty snakes over here. Where did they go?
Gold was important to the Inca because it was the sweat of the sun. The sun was the highest deity of the Inca, and therefore
I've got lots of Congos though that I did afterwards. I don't know why I can't find any of them right now. They must just be buried, and I'm not seeing them in the screen.
That once resided in Coricancha may provide evidence that extraterrestrials had contact with the Inca.
Okay.
Coricancha was famous for its gigantic golden disc that the ancient Inca worshipped. That was a symbol of a giant golden disc that allegedly landed from the sky in front of the Inca ruler Atahualpa.
Man, I tell you what,
Direct contact
these
with the sky god.
white red ones, the ones that were in a little bit longer,
that once resided inside Coricancha have been made to honor an alien visitor.
like those are the ones that matted the worst. The worst quality hair matted the best.
Did come to mine gold.
And honestly, that was true when I was making them as well. It was so much easier to make the cheap ones. Making the Rastafari ones was like,
The Spanish overtook the
hassle.
city of Cusco.
That's why I didn't film it, because like the whole time I was doing it, I felt like I didn't know what I was doing, and I might as well just not
The gold had
embarrass
already been moved 20
myself.
miles north of Cusco and deposited at the bottom of a nearby lake. Before the entire group of Spanish were able to get into Cusco, the priests found out about it, and they had all of the gold from all of the temples brought up to Lake Parai and thrown into the center. None of it has been found to this day. The amount of gold at today's prices would be in the billions. Perhaps even more mysterious are the frequent reports of unusual sightings in the skies over the area. Sightings that have been reported for hundreds of years.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on, because like I said,
The local people of
I
this
don't have
area
time to
have
be so
told me
picky.
not simply that the ships fly over
My
the lake,
arms
but
are
that
tired.
they enter the lake. The stories go that there's a
I have the time. I've got all night really,
just about the size
but
of a spaceship, perhaps 20 feet across.
my arms
The spaceship
tired,
enters the lake, the vortex
and I want to be done.
Later, the
Like,
vortex opens and the ship leaves again.
just for my arms' sake, honestly, and my neck.
The local inhabitants claim
I'm like getting to the point where I'm so excited to have all this extra weight off my head that I'm like
might there be a connection to the visitation
rushing it. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that's why I came on live tonight rather than waiting until Sunday to go live and then just doing everything all at once. Like, I could have probably had help from my mom taking these down if it weren't for the fact that I was impatient. The reason I don't want to do that is because of the fact that each one has like a different amount that's like in there. And so it's really about finding where the dreadlock of mine ends before I actually start cutting. Some of them it's easy to tell, but like on other ones like this one, it's fairly easy to tell on this one. I should just be able to like pull out the tip of this dreadlock, hopefully. And then we'll be, yeah. And then all I have to do is cut it off. But that's these dark ones. I don't know if you are really able to see, but the, like, because I don't know how good the camera, oh, shit. Made it just cut a little bit off that I didn't want to cut off. Anyways, I don't know if you can see in the view that you have, and I only have one left. Oh no. Oh, do we have two? No, I only have one. Okay, so these light red ones that were on there longer, they're like more stuck to the hair, and like the way I put them on like wrapped around the hair more, like full coverage. So what I'm concerned about is my actual dreadlock going down inside this and me cutting some off, because I did that a couple of times. So that's why these ones are taking me so much longer, because in order to cut off like anything more than like the section I just cut off.
Mike, you knew that. Constant contact, email marketing, knew that.
Well, and that's the thing, is every time I go to cut my hair, I'm like praying inside my head, like, okay, like, so every time the scissors go near my hair, I'm like, okay, God, please let a bitch do good, please let a bitch do good, please. And then I cut, and then like I see some blonde shit fall, and I'm like, God, I said, please don't make me cut more off. Like, I'm just not ready yet. I'm not ready for that short of hair yet. Like, if I take that off, it's gonna be so short. I don't know if I can do that. Not yet. Yeah. That's my internal prayer. That's my internal mantra right there. I feel like this one's gonna be a pest and always gonna want to be in my face now. I feel like it just found its favorite place to be.
With this powerful digital motor, a new era begins.
Okay, so this is fallen and causing mayhem, so one second, sorry.
This is now your
I only know this video is like atrociously long, but
so powerful in fact, we've stopped
you know.
recorded vacuums.
Yeah, that would be fun. I don't have a lot of dreadheads in my town. It would be definitely fun to hang out with another dreadhead, that's for sure. And I feel like we could vibe on a lot of other topics too. You know, stick to Cali girls in a. Yeah. I was about to say, stick to Cali girls in the same room for long enough, they'll find something they have in common.
Professor Nagaoka has eluded scientists for centuries. The mystery of the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh man, this one is wrapped tight. Apparently, I did a really good job. And in order to dye that one, I'm gonna chop it up. Honestly, I'm probably gonna have my mommy do it for me because, you know, I don't have another pair of hands and eyes outside of my head. And it will be really helpful. My, like, head itches from all the messing with it. Okay. I think I've got a good spot to start healing out.
In 1924, most of the scientific community had declared the
every time I come really close and, like,
impossible.
I get like a piece of hair caught like right here because these aren't hair scissors. It makes me about have a fucking heart attack. I apologize for the F-bomb, but it makes me about have a heart attack. Like,
basically in the nuclear reactions in the sun.
That's scary.
sun explodes and sends all of the products out. Because we have to do controlled nuclear
Using these scissors really makes me miss my scissors, though, I won't lie.
gold from other elements.
Man, I really hope that when I go in looking for hair dye, I find some, like,
Experiments in alchemy nearly every day.
dark,
We can
like
put
a
mercury into one of these
royal
scissors.
purple
The
from the top.
mercury
That's
has a
kind
minor isotope,
looking for.
like
What
1
did I do?
mercury 196 is called, and that isotope will actually pick up a neutron and in about 23 hours turn into gold.
Okay, so,
That absorb neutrons and keep them from reacting with other atoms.
yeah, well, I didn't really think about it, I guess, that far ahead.
Experiment has been a success and yields
I didn't really ponder taking them out all that much before I got them. To be completely honest, before I got my extensions, my thought process
but ironically, it has not
had nothing to do with taking them out. I was thinking, I'll just leave them in long enough that when I take them out, I'll just cut all off. I'll just cut it all off. And then I'll have all my brand new growth from before my lock, or from after my lock journey started, and then all the stuff from before my lock journey started is just gonna, you know, be bye-bye. Well, I obviously didn't do that. I didn't wait that long. And, you know, if I would have gotten human hair, I could have just left it on forever until I just decided to trim my hair. But, I didn't.
Where gold was linked
You know, just looking for the cheap alternative. So, I got the cheap alternative.
It's very much ingrained in the ancient Egyptian systems of belief.
Okay.
But just how did gold come to be so much more abundant?
See, the problem is, I know that there's, like, hair right here.
And why did the Egyptians
And I'm
view the metal as something
just not exactly sure where to cut it off to,
according to ancient
most of the
African
time.
theory, it is entirely
Because I'm
possible
scared.
that the Egyptians were capable of actually manufacturing gold. Otherworldly help to do so.
Like, legitimately, to be real with you, and like 150% honest,
What might be possible with a large
neglect,
reactor?
nothing.
A reactor,
Like, really.
the size of
I sprayed salt water for a little while, but, and every once in a while I'll do like that finger crocheting that I've been showing, which I do plan on doing like a big maintenance after I dye my hair. And when I do that, I'll go ahead and try and film some of it and like film me crocheting it in. But finger crocheting, it's really braiding. That's all I'm doing is braiding it. What I do is I take a piece of like the stray pieces of hair that are around it and I just like braid it around it. So it's essentially like crocheting it. But yeah, so I'll get more in depth with that and exactly how I do it. Probably after I dye my hair, I would imagine. See, that's the thing is, I don't do it. Like, I never religiously do it or anything like that. Like, if I do a finger crochet, it's because I've got a little a little alfalfa that's just driving me nuts. So,
Might the centuries-old search for the philosopher's stone represent
I mean,
more
that's
than
the
just desire
thing
for
is,
gold and riches?
I guess,
As ancient astronaut theorists suggest, the search for lost technology.
as far as things that I do regularly, thanks. I know I'm really liking the little bob look I've got going on. And I feel like once I dye it and I don't have that weird faded green color at the end, I think it'll like really pull it all together and make it look nice. You know what I mean? And maybe even to the point where I don't feel need to put it up at work.
I'm Mark, and I quit smoking with campus. I tried,
Okay, so I'm real scared right now.
tired and I was fed up. I wanted to.
I'm so fucking scared. Like, Jesus, take the wheel scared.
Along with support, Chantix varenicline is proven to help people quit
I'm
smoking.
trying to like
Reduce nerves.
find my way into the hair. It's like
You may have nicotine withdrawal symptoms. Some people have changes in behavior or thinking.
this one is really matted in. Like,
Medications, depressed mood, or
really
suicidal
bad.
thoughts or actions with Chantix. Serious side effects may include seizures, urinary blood vessel problems, sleepwalking, or allergic and skin reactions that can be life-threatening. Stop Chantix and get help right away if you have any of these. Tell your healthcare provider if you have problems or mental health problems. Decrease alcohol use while taking Chantix. Use caution driving or operating machinery. The most common side effect is nausea.
Quitting was one of the best things that I ever did.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you. Many insurance plans cover Chantix for a low.
I can breathe again.
These birds, once affected by oil, are heading back home thanks to Dawn. Rescue workers only trust Dawn because it's tough on grease, yet gentle.
Yeah, but yeah, so as far as like, I remembered that I got really distracted with my hair. As far as like maintenance that I religiously do, like I do this every month. Kind of maintenance.
Any twister turn, life hands you.
Nothing, my shower.
Extreme 4 with 4 longer lasting blades.
At Firehouse Subs, subs are hot, hearty, extraordinary. Every sub
I can only breathe after I put the scissors down.
So more people eating at Firehouse
Before I put the scissors down, I'm still holding my breath and praying.
If you're gonna have a sub, have one that makes a difference. That tastes good. Introducing the new Pacific Reuben with our sweet and tangy slaw. Just $6.39 for a meal. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. What makes a great custom suit? Fabric sourced from the finest Italian mills. Detailed,
That
handpicked by
voice.
you. And made right here in America.
Just
I'm
in
Jason
there.
Lagoon. This is my custom suit. Now available at Men's Warehouse.
I mean, I guess this is a testament to how good of a job I did installing them without using a crochet hook, because I didn't really have them fall out.
This is what getting
And
looks like. Complimentary pickup and delivery.
I only had a couple where I did like extra extravagant stuff to hold them in, and those are the ones that I skipped over.
That's the Lincoln way.
So,
Somebody cut my line. Now y'all starting to piss me off.
I mean, I guess I should just take the 77 minutes of
Crazy, man.
pulling it down, of this session of pulling them down, not including the like hour and a half I was doing it before that.
Plateau, Egypt.
That's a pat on the back, I guess.
8,000 years, the body of the Great Sphinx had been buried beneath the sand. But after 11 years of work, Egyptian archaeologists uncovered the entire monument for the first time since antiquity. At 241 feet long and 60
Oh, wow.
feet
That
high,
was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I almost hit myself in the face.
monolithic statue in the world. Even more incredible is its shape. The Sphinx has the head of a man and the body of a lion.
Okay.
Although Egyptologists date the construction of the Great Sphinx to the reign of the pharaoh Khafra in approximately 2500 BC, others claim its construction could be much, much older. The Orthodox state of about 2500
Okay.
BC time of the monument has been challenged by a group of researchers, including myself, who have argued that the erosion of the Sphinx suggests a much older.
Alright. I am going to go ahead
Although
and...
Egyptologists have found no agreement as to when or why this strange
like
monument
right
was
here.
built, ancient astronaut theorists believe it may offer proof of extraterrestrials being present in ancient Egypt.
I just try and keep them out of my face a little bit. Shit.
We see in many ancient Sumerian and Egyptian inscriptions of sphinxes, half man,
man, half animal of some kind, and a variance to a degree of different combinations of animals and human beings. We have to wonder why would they be doing this? And logically, it starts to make more sense when we realize a lot of these ancient texts explain
Well,
extraterrestrial.
I only did that with those ones because it was my bangs and I knew that they were all kind of the same length. But with the other ones, I was just so scared to do that because of the like different lengths that they had.
In our solar system, and that they came here to mine for gold, but they figured they're not going to do the work themselves, so they decided to pick what creatures were on the surface, genetically alter them.
I'm almost there. Slowly, but very surely.
Prove the great
I'm getting there now.
Evidence of genetic engineering by ancient aliens. And if, as Zechariah Sitchin proposed,
Alright, now I lost it. What was I working on?
Humans and animals for the purpose of mining gold. Might this enormous structure have at one point been a repository for that gold? Is it possible that when Egyptian archaeologists began excavating the Great Sphinx, what they were really searching for was gold? Over the centuries, secret chambers, shafts, and elaborate tunnel systems have indeed been discovered all around the Giza Plateau. A shaft was discovered for the Ozarene shaft, which led under the...
This is my trusty metal rat tail. I love it. I got it at Walmart in this like super value bundle thing. A whole bunch of like anything you could possibly need is in there. It's awesome. I love it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of height here. Oh, it's looking more like it's gonna look anyways. Now it's just a matter of getting all the extra hair and crap off my head. Because these are gonna look very different once I take that hair off. But essentially this is what you're looking at. Like,
if the alleged cavities under the Sphinx contain
not really much to hold anything back. I might be able to put this up in a clip or a haircut or something. But if I put it up, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all up in one hair tie. I might have to use two. Yeah. I'm like in love. Like, it's hard to, yeah. And Tams. They're my best friend.
Nearly 12,000 years ago.
Yeah, I'm getting so excited. I just want to like shake my head around and enjoy it, but at the same time, I keep remembering that I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy hair dye tomorrow. And if I don't have all this crap out of my hair, I can't dye my hair Sunday when I'm at my mom's house. So, like, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, keep it pushing.
Survivors of Atlantis came to Egypt at about 10,500 BC.
Did I miss a message from you? Or did I just say something and that message was late? They also help block the front.
Below the Sphinx.
What will
they find? Gold? A library of ancient extraterrestrial knowledge? Or might they, perhaps, find both?
Oh.
If the Hall of Records
okay. The headbands. I was about to say, oh, Tams? No, I get it. They do for you? I feel like I noticed not necessarily the opposite of that, but tension issues with headbands. I have to be very particular about my headband or else I end up with like a tension rash on my scalp along where my bangs are.
Good electronics. It's really the choice.
I don't know if you've got a particular brand that you use. But there's one that I got from a store in the mall called Shield, and it's called a Bondi band, I think is what it was called.
Beneath the church in Rennes-le-Château, France.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some scarves that I use for that. And the reason I use the scarves is just the tension issues that I was having.
I'm pretty sure it's gold status. Here, check it out.
Okay, so check it out. This is...
Oh.
Well, I guess that would make a really good one. I have a hard time getting, like, the perfect size. Okay, so... This is one that I congoed. I'm just going to show you the maintenance that I do really quick. If I do maintenance, this is what I do.
Together is about a little kitchen table and a little elbow grease. Together is about a shelf in the back of Dad's shop.
And then...
Together is about family.
I mean, I shampoo my hair.
Lie ahead.
But I'm actually, like...
Experience, selection,
One
you can only find at Bass Pro Shop in Cabela's.
Other than, like, I sit down and I wash my hair. Like, that's the one thing I do religiously, is washing it. Because, like, I'm not going dirty hair.
All dress shirts, including best-selling Traveler, keep for $89. All Travelers.
I'm going to go ahead and go through and do, like,
Find exactly what you're looking for. The up to 60% off sale. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
2 months free of unlimited data on a great network.
I'm going to go ahead and go through and do
At Metro PCS,
some of that.
you'll love our network.
Just finger braiding
Get 2
onto
months of unlimited data free. All on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S.
do a little bit of maintenance. I'm sorry. It's really, like, hard for me, apparently, to talk and truly think about what I'm doing. Which is just because I'm scared as fuck because I've got a scissor next to my hair right now. Okay, so I'll try and show you exactly what I'm doing up here.
The Friends and Family Sale is back. At Mattress Firm, we think of our customers as family. So we'd like to family sale.
I feel like anybody understands. Like, if you have a pair of scissors.
Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
Okay, if you have a pair of scissors up to your fucking hair and you're talking and you stop talking, I feel like everybody understands that. Because, like, when you have a pair of scissors next to something, you, like, next to your head, next to something vital, you're really paying attention.
Now available on Dish Cinema.
Okay, you've traded spaces. Open your eyes.
I call it monochrome monster.
It's beautiful. Ty really outdid himself.
Not bad for 2 days. I love it. Everything is right here.
I just feel bad because I feel like I keep, like, completely derailing.
I told myself I wasn't good cook. With the hopper from Dish, find all your favorites all in one place. But you do love the Brooklyn too, right? Trading Spaces returns. Sunday today on TLC.
We'll see what my son's dad says about it when he gets back, because he said in a text just a little bit ago that he'd be back from work soon. So,
The village of Rennes-le-Château, France.
this is his phone, by the way.
January 29th.
Hence the having to read the message.
Marie Desnarneau,
But
a frail 85-year-old woman, lies on her deathbed.
yeah, so he's super loud, and if he bombs in, like,
Long-held secret about a vast treasure.
right on.
But a recent stroke.
If he bombs in, like, hella obnoxious, like,
And her secret dies with her.
yeah,
Before Marie
that's my life.
she had promised to tell someone the secret. I will tell you the secret, and you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Okay.
And what she said was, the people of this village...
Well, and my
work on
cheesesteaks was
multiple
supposed to
missions
show up
for
at some
500
point,
years,
but
and they have no idea.
he looks like he's half-ass MIA. because I keep seeing someone else pop in and out, and I know he's got a long ass bus ride home. So, and he's my friend down by LA, so he's got a long travel home from work and stuff like that. So he probably is just having like spotty service or whatever, and he's tuning in when he can. But I've been trying to kind of like stay on long enough to really get a look at, you know, my hair. I mean, we're pretty much there. I've got this side. There's like this one right here that doesn't look realistic, but like the rest of it's pretty much done.
No tangible evidence of it was ever found. But then, in 1891,
me too. I'm really excited. I'm excited to show my boss, which I feel like most people can't say. I'm excited to show my boss my dreadlocks, but she's really cool about it. So I think she'll be stoked to see like the development since the last time she saw them, like without the extensions.
Weird series of catacombs. These catacombs of Ramsau Chateau were ancient. They'd been there long before the church had been built. Here's an area that's known to have these caves that were used by the Visigoths.
So it's a mattress store in my town, and
under this garden, it comes along this way.
I can't remember. Do you know where Quincy is?
Enters to the church, and it runs this in this way.
Because that's my hometown, is Quincy. I mean, I was born there. My son was born there. I'm a local. Okay, so do you ever come to Quincy or anything like that? And or do you know anybody up here or anything like that? There's a mattress store here in town that's fairly new. We've only been here for a few years, but I'm like her first employee kind of thing. Like I've been there since the beginning. Me and one other employee have been there from day one, pretty much. So it's just a little, you know, that's the thing, is it's a little town, so it's not like a big corporation or anything like that. It's literally like a woman and her family started a mattress store in this town. So they did have like a lot of connections and stuff like that. Yeah.
Make contact with the divine. And so I think Sonia realized that
yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And it's beautiful up here. We've got a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure I just got told to be quiet by my son who was sleeping. But yeah, it's beautiful up here.
The priest confided in only one other person,
especially like in the summertime.
This mysterious world. His housekeeper, Marie Denarnaud. But what was the secret that they shared?
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's
over the door.
My hometown is where High Sierra Music Festival is at. That is exactly right.
People have been talking about for 100 years.
Our town explodes for a couple of weeks and then goes back to a little itty bitty town with absolutely nothing.
Most often as this place is terrible. But in fact, the inscription comes from the Old
Oh, girl, I'm so
in the book
scared.
of Genesis. Jacob has a dream about a ladder that connects heaven to earth, where humans could connect to the divine.
Yeah. Sorry, I read that a second ago, but then I was cutting, so I had to like wait. So, yeah, it's really beautiful. You know, that's the thing, is other than the music festival, we also have just so many great places to camp and stuff like that.
I believe Rennes-le-Chateau could be a stargate to another world.
Yeah, if you hit the next one, definitely let me know. I usually don't go to the festival simply because, and I'm not trying to throw shade, hopefully nobody from High Sierra hears about this or whatever, but every year the music festivals, like sound area of where they give free tickets to locals, because like it gets so loud all night, like your windows are shaking at night and it sounds like the glass is gonna break. And they moved the sound zone so small that where I'm living at, I don't get free tickets anymore. So, which it's crazy because like my mom's house is close enough to where if, you know, the music festival's going on, your windows are, like I said, your windows are shaking. Like, it sounds like an earthquake, and it's all night. Like, your windows are just non-stop shaking. So,
All the ideas that were swirling in that.
yeah, that's the thing is, they used to, when I was in high school, if you were within the sound barrier, you got free tickets, no matter what. Which was awesome, and it made it to the point where, like, oh yeah, if I'm going to get free tickets, like, I don't care if it's loud all night because I'm going to be out all night. But once they took those free tickets away, it was kind of like, don't you guys get enough people coming in that, do you really need my local money? Like, do you really, really need to charge me? I do live a half a mile away. You know what I mean? Like, as the bird flies.
Applebee's to go. Order online and get $10 off $30. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Like I said, yeah, like I said, not trying to like throw any shade or anything like that, because they do like still have a small sound barrier and stuff, but it's just kind of lame of them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way better way that we could have done that. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where I just like, I feel like I can't, if you can't justify giving me a local, I was born in this town. My son was born in this town. I mean, like, I'm a multiple generation local. Like, I have family members ahead of me that were born in this town. Like, and you're telling me that I haven't put enough time, hard work, and energy into this town to be like
5-hour energy. Get back to 100%.
part of the local people who are, I mean, then I don't know. I just feel like it's crazy because now anymore they don't even give me a discount. Like, if they just gave me a little discount, even if it was like a measly 20% off, something like that, I'd go with that. It's not a free ticket, but it's better than nothing. I just can't. Like I said, I like to go local and stuff like that. I just can't justify helping you out if you can't, you know, return the favor when it comes to like a small town. Like, everybody kind of needs to help everybody out, and I don't know, not everybody who runs that event is local, so I feel like that's where a lot of these problems come from, because they don't really look at it from like the locals' perspective. What did I do with this hair? So this dreadlock is throwing me a lot of flack.
Roslyn Chapel, Scotland. Perched atop a hill overlooking the village of Roslyn, 7 miles south of Edinburgh, sits this medieval 15th century church. Some say that hidden on the ground, in secret chambers
within the church are some of the world's greatest lost relics, including the treasure of the Knights Templar.
Oh my gosh.
Warrior monks
You're good.
had been based
Wow.
at the Temple Mount in Jerusalem.
Don't burn
during the
'em.
Christian Crusades.
Oh, be
They
careful.
were also rumored to have been in possession of many valuable religious artifacts, including the most valuable golden relic of all, the Holy Grail, the cup used by Jesus during the Last Supper. The Knights Templar began excavating at Solomon's Temple. It said that they discovered secret caverns which held the huge hoard of gold artifacts. At the time of the sacking of Solomon's Temple, the treasure there suddenly vanished. They then took this treasure to Scotland and buried it at Rosslyn Chapel. Rosslyn Chapel is one of the most fascinating possible recreations of Solomon's Temple.
Ooh.
Literally, it's a Holy Grail temple that was constructed by William St. Clair. It is designed to be a repository of Holy Grail secrets. When it was created, it had the most wonderful and fantastic symbolism perhaps anywhere in the world.
I don't know how I missed this
Coop
one.
Rosslyn Chapel really
I
has
just
been built to house the
completely-
Holy Grail.
Like, I don't even know if I
Thankfully,
cut
the
this one.
architecture of the chapel is adorned with mysterious
It
messages
does.
and
It
symbols
feels
that
really
reveal
good.
the secret whereabouts of the
Ah.
Christ.
I feel like
And here are.
it used to be so heavy and now it's not.
William St. Clair was
Alright.
responsible for
The
building
screen's gonna
the
freeze real quick. I've gotta. Oh no, I missed it. This man tripping. So he's like, oh my god, are you okay? Oh boy, go to my YouTube channel. I told you what I was doing tonight. But
Among the many carvings found in the walls of Rosslyn Chapel,
yeah, so
are pieces called
I'm gonna go ahead and get off now, but
that represent growth and rebirth.
but yeah, so this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one that I missed back here. Where'd it go? That's how I missed it. Because it disappears. I don't know wherever it went. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one that I missed, and then yeah, hit the hay after his loud ass gets all simmered. So yeah, of course. Thanks for keeping me company, man. I appreciate it because that made that go way faster. I feel like the first time period like took so much longer than this one. So yeah, let me just give like a good give it a good.
Some believe it lies within an ornate pillar called the Apprentice Pillar, and at least one person has actually attempted to retrieve it.
We actually have the story, which is known to be factual. A person came into the chapel with an axe who was going to be intent on hacking down the apprentice pillar because he was convinced that the grail was actually inside. What is the grail?
Oops. So that's it. So I'll go ahead and pop off, and then yeah, I'll be back. Sunday sometime. It's gonna be sometime between 1 and 3:30, to be real. I'm gonna try and get started as early in the day as possible, but I'm probably gonna be tired Sunday, so I'm probably gonna sleep in and stuff like that. So yeah, and then you'll be able to see my little wiggly wonders died, because it's AREL. That's my first name. And then my last, my second name on Facebook, not my name, but my second name on Facebook, it's someone without the first E. So it's SOMONE. It looks like Simone, but it's really someone without the first E. So I just never fixed it because I liked it because it kind of looks like a last name, and everybody thinks that's just like that chick's last name, so it's not like actually attached to my name and stuff. So I just kind of kept it because I liked it. But yeah, definitely hit me up there, and then as soon as I get Wi-Fi on my cell phone where my Facebook is attached, I'll accept that. But oh hey, look, completely loose end. Just, that's what I mean when I say they look weird. They just are weird up top right here. Anyways, I gotta get off and message him back. Calls me and really interrupts the live. But have a good night, happy journeys, and I'll try to pop this up in case, you know, I can pop it up as a live stream. I was able to with my first one.
A tangible connection to extraterrestrial ancestors that came to Earth thousands of years ago.